This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
Today on CityCast Madison. Have you heard of Dirt Camp? It's an independent overnight camping music festival hosted at a nearby vineyard. The fest is now in its second year, coming up this Saturday and Sunday at the Vines, a vineyard right outside Sauk City. They're promoting some of Wisconsin's top musicians, beautiful landscapes, and some good old-fashioned family-friendly mayhem. We had to know more, so we sat down with one of Dirt Camp's co-founders and lead organizers, Joe Copeland, to ask about what to expect this year and get a taste of the musicians on the lineup. It's Monday, June 10th. I'm Bianca Martin, and here's what Madison's talking about. Joe, hello.
How's it going?
Oh man, it's going good. It's going good. I'm so happy to see your face.
Thank you. Yours too.
And hear your voice. And you're musical. You're a part of a wonderful band here in Madison. And
Thank
not
you.
only that, but you started Dirt Camp. Tell us, what is Dirt Camp?
So Dirt Camp is, the short answer is like, it's an indie rock festival in Madison, Wisconsin area. It's actually out near Sauk City at this venue called The Vines. That is a vineyard that overlooks a couple lakes. And it started because the band I play in, Free Dirt, played a show there. And we're like, oh, we got to get our buddies back here. Like, this is so beautiful. It's just an excuse to go outside and play a really pretty show in some ways. And so last year we got a bunch of friends who were in bands, and got all together and played a big long festival all day, and it was beautiful, and the most beautiful like camping situation ever. It's not like out in the middle of a field music festival situation, which is nice. Yeah. So that's kind of the quick dirty story of how it got started, is just basically like, hey, let's show everybody how pretty this place is. That
is amazing. And our area has tons of festivals, but not so many like sleepover camp.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so it definitely feels unique in that way. So what can people expect from Dirt Camp 2024?
So this year we've got some exciting artists coming, and then kind of like I had talked about before, the outside aspect is awesome. Like last year, the band that played right before my band played immediately went and like to their campsite where they could cook and like hang out while listening to us in a very nice shaded area, this like valley, and you can be right in front of the stage and really enjoy a band, or you can spend time talking and hanging with friends out in the property, but you're still very a part of what's going on there, which is super fun.
And before you even dive into the musicians that are playing, you said it's at a vineyard. Do they make wine, or tell us more about the space and location, because that really sounds like one of the main draws.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's near Sauk City, which is like 30 minutes from Madison, essentially. And they do grow wine grapes there. They don't actually make the wine there, but they send them to different vineyards around here. So that when you're out there, you'll see all the like vines, and you can walk through them and stuff. And some of them will be starting to bloom, but I think later in the year is when most of the grape blooming. I don't think that's the right word. I don't know much about wine or growing wine. Growing wine.
The growing season, the harvest, and then it's fine. But it's a vineyard, but they're not selling the wine. But they've got the vines. That's why they call themselves the Vines.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's 2 lakes that you look over that I mentioned, and they're public lakes that you can like bring kayaks. People brought kayaks last year and swam during the like early parts of the day, and then all sorts of exploring opportunities if you want around there, like all within walkable. I think people should bring more bikes and stuff this year, because there's plenty of places to like get around. And yeah, it's just really kind of like summer camp vibes without the cabins. You bring your own cabin, as in a tent. Or if you're me, you slip in your van, which was not too bad. It's like fake camping.
And if you're not from around here, it's in, Sauk County. It's the county up from us. And I mean, it's pretty similar to Dane County, but the natural beauty is just remarkable. Like it's not messing around.
No, rolling hills, like just getting out there is really, really nice. Last year, as soon as we got there, I saw 2 bald eagles soaring around.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ah! Okay.
Yeah. It's honestly kind of like sweet. Even we went out early to set up and just like listen to music and set up. And it's just a nice, like, it makes every like hard job easier because you're out in the beauty of everything.
So this reminds me of the concept, the good old Bon Iver.
Yes.
He started a festival in Eau Claire called Eau Claire's, and this is some time ago, but in the past decade. Did you ever go to that? Because that was the one sort of festival in the area that kind of reminds me of this. What you've developed.
I never got to go to it, sadly, but I always wanted to, and it looked awesome. Yeah, it is kind of a similar kind of thing, and I think that was like on a pretty big scale because Bon Iver is very famous and has famous friends. We have talented friends, but I don't know how famous our friends are right now. But yeah, similar idea, out in the woods, like just like a beautiful arts fest, essentially. And I think we're going to try and set up some non-musical arts segments for kids and stuff, meaning like a wall to paint, some like fun activities that aren't just centered around music, just extra activities to have and such.
This is literal camp. I'm loving this. Okay, so tell us who the Madison famous people are, or the musicians that are on the lineup.
There's lots of good, I don't know how famous everyone is, but lots of artists.
I dub thee. I dub me. I dub thee.
Yeah,
all of us are famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusk is one of the most exciting bands in Wisconsin right now. I feel like they're getting a lot of good coverage, but they're really good buddies of ours and good buddies of kind of everyone, it seems like, because it's a group of nice people that happens to make really, really good music. And they're kind of like, I don't know, power pop Americana, like Chuglin, like kind of jammy, really fun. Like I'm excited. They're playing at dusk on purpose. Like the schedule is set up for them to play right at dusk. Yeah, they're one of the bands I'm super excited about just because of the match of the music and the beauty of the place.
Where in Wisconsin are they from?
They're mostly from Oshkosh, Appleton area, but members live here as well. Madison, I mean, they're kind of scattered a little bit in the Fox Valley and here. Super great band. A band called Shuby from Oshkosh is also playing. They are kind of like a psych heavy, like King Gizzard-ish band. They do a bit of jamming, but like really fun, a lot of high energy. Like
I met Jesus Christ. He called me. He said
we played my band Free Dirt played with them a month ago or so, and they are one of my favorite bands I've seen in a long time live.
Wow.
Yeah,
and you go to a lot of shows.
I do, and I'm picky and kind of a jerk about it. I'm not a jerk, but in my brain I can be,
Yeah.
But they were like one of the more excited bands I've seen about in a while. Combat Naps from Madison is playing. They are like, I don't know, I think of them as like composers, like pop composers more than just a songwriter.
Somehow didn't fall asleep at the wheel. I'm back from Milwaukee. And I'm no longer good for talking. Went and sold my secret language to become a retired painter of signs.
I saw them last week in a barn, and it was beautiful, and they are just a treat. All their songs have lots of different varied sounds and styles in a good way that all fits together and makes sense, but they're not just playing one style of music, which I really enjoy. Long Mama, I can keep going. There's all sorts of artists. Long Mama's from...
Yeah, just list them off. I actually have a Long Mama poster. I think I caught them at the Shitty Barn.
Yeah.
Pretty... Yeah, they were dope.
They called me a madman. They called me a ghost. 40 days running and 40 below.
They are so dope. Milwaukee band. They are kind of like alt country. There's some folk stuff, but I actually haven't seen them live yet, so I'm very excited to see them live. And I've watched a lot of live videos. Beautiful voice, really great songwriting as well. And then we've got Please is a new band from Madison that I am like way excited about. Bronson, who has been a part of lots of projects, is one of the main songwriters in the band. They've got multiple songwriters. I've seen them cover Beach Boys songs, very like fun pop, very into like 60s and 70s pop music.
Perfect
really,
for summer.
Yes. And that, I think they're the new band around Madison that I'm very excited about, with the members that are involved and other things they've done, like really talented, good stuff. And then Curfews. This is the only non-Wisconsin band. They're from Marquette, Michigan, and they are like kind of angular,
Get
heavy.
out. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys.
We'll haze them really good. Yeah. We'll like hold our best cheeses over their head and be like, what do you got?
What do you think this is? It's quality.
Yeah. Go have whatever you're eating up there in the mitten state. But they're called Curfews, and they are so cool. Like post-hardcore, kind of heavy, a little bit of a pop punk feel to them at sometimes. And like, yeah, I'm very excited about them. And finally, Free Dirt, the band I play with. We are, I would say, indie rock, that we do some jamming, and it's kind of varied stylistically as well. We have one of the rules in our band is there's no rules regarding genre, so we kind of branch out and do all sorts of stuff as well, which is, I find, a lot of fun. It's very we're all just like, hey, do your favorite thing in this song just as long as it fits.
Hey man, no need for aggravation, 'cause I'll be turning myself in.
Well, I've seen you guys. You're excellent. You're excellent.
Thank you.
So, hi.
Hi.
That sound. Hi. So hi. That sounds like a really like some heavy hitters, and
Yes.
it's cool to hear people from across the state.
Yeah.
And including people here in Madison.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Let's get into the food, because they're talking about the cheese and slapping people in the face with cheese. I am all here for that. What's the food situation? Are folks to bring their own? Can they buy food and beverages there? Give us this picture.
I would say one of the perks of this is it's BYOE, bring your own everything. So you can literally people were bringing steaks and stuff last year and cooking up really good stuff. Lots of like fun cooking that happened last year, but also there is a dude with a grill slinging burgers and dogs and veggie burgers, things like that. That'll be around all day for those who are less prepared like me last year. And yeah, so that's kind of the food option. Then there are drink options. It's also BYOE. So bring whatever you want, bring a batch cocktail, have fun, do whatever. You're staying there that night, stay safe. But there'll also be some beverages available like around
Yeah.
for purchase. Yeah.
I really like this descriptor, but part of the write-up about what you guys are doing, a family-friendly mayhem.
Yes. Family friendly. That's almost in quotes, not because of like inappropriateness, but the mayhem part I think can be true. I spent a fair amount of time last year riding around on a golf cart, not in a dangerous way, but yeah, it's just kind of like kids running all over the place, and it's mayhem in a very safe, controlled way. Like I've got an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and it's a great time for them to just group up with a group of kids and run around and do kids stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's talk, because, there's seeing the live music, but it sounds like there's going to be things that folks can get up to between sets. Can you talk a little bit about what's available there?
I would say the main focus is the music, but there's the lakes like I talked about. There'll be yard games there available. It's pretty loose, honestly. The music is the main focus, though, with breaks between bands, and there'll be a DJ and like the art activities I suggested and yard games, but standard camp and camping kind of things. It would be cool if we maybe got some group games going, but I don't know if that'll happen or not. That's I think that'll have to be like a on the spot thing. We'll see.
Yeah. And this is your second year hosting the festival. Are there things that you are keeping from last year?
Last year was really successful as far as we had a good amount of people come and it went smoothly and everyone had a good time. So we don't want to tweak a bunch, honestly. So a lot of it will stay pretty similar of like you're hanging outside, listening to music, like playing Frisbee or whatever. And there are a few tweaks more on our like back end to make our lives easier. But a lot of that has been just prepping earlier in the year. And we've done a lot of like stage decorating and stuff that we're doing on our own that it's not in our wheelhouse necessarily. So it takes a lot longer than practicing on for a set or whatever.
Yeah. Is there anything you can share about the decorations and what you guys are putting up, or is that a surprise?
We'll see how it kind of turns out day of when we're out there hanging stuff, because it turns into a little bit of like what we can accomplish. Like we'll hang a bunch. Last year we hung a bunch of mid-century modern. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Last year and probably this year we'll hang a bunch of we have these really cool hanging mid-century modern globes all over the stage. So the lighting's a bit more ambient. And then we made these what we like to call church banners. If you can imagine like a Lutheran church in the 90s with like the hanging like banners that are purple and they have like a cross and a dove. We've made like essentially our own dirt camp versions of those that are being worked on right now and will hang and hopefully blow beautifully in the wind. Things like that just to spruce up as much as we can. But every time I'm out there, I'm like, I don't know, all you gotta do is look to your left and you see the like most beautiful view ever. So it's all kind of cherry on top, honestly. Like, yeah.
When nature has decorated the space before you even got there, what you gonna do?
Absolutely. Yes. I guess we'll try to add a little bit, because why not? But yeah.
Yes. I want to ask, what is the thing you are most excited about for this festival this year?
My most exciting thing is the like friend connection, the goofing off, the making jokes, and like working. I mean, this is very personal, like because I'm the one putting on the fest, but I love that I get to go and spend multiple hours working really hard, creating something with a bunch of friends. And like, it's all like fairly volunteer. And so it's not very like money driven. It's just like, let's get a fun thing done together. And there's something that really sparks in my brain when that happens, just like mental health, like goodness wise, not even anything super easy to grasp onto other than like, it feels very good to like do something together and collaborate and have community, honestly. And I'm excited for the day of driving around that golf court and like hanging out with my buddies that live a couple hours away, and they're getting to hang out with their friends from Milwaukee that they see twice a year. Like having all these like arms of friendship come together and be in one spot is what I'm most excited about. And then I'll be antsy up until I play. And then once I'm done playing our set, I'll feel a lot better.
And that never goes away, does it?
No. And I'm not even like that nervous, but yeah, I have to like pace. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really funny. And I think people who don't perform, they don't realize there's like, oh, well, even if the professionals, you still get you still get a little bit of nerves, you know, it's your body getting ready to do the thing.
Yeah. I think it'd be weird if you didn't get a little nervous.
Yeah, it would. And so do you feel like, for Madisonians and other folks who make it out to the fest, that they will be able to take part in the sort of friendship space that's being built, like the fun that you're looking forward to? Is that something that festival goers are going to be able to get out of the experience as well?
I think so. I mean, I know I met multiple people last year that I see them out and about at town, and I did not know them before at Dirt Camp. And like, that's really cool to have some new like connections. I know a lot of people made new friends at Dirt Camp that like, there's just so many mutual friends. So it's very easy to get introduced. So I guess if you're a stranger, it's always going to be a little daunting, but I would say about as easy and open of like a hang as you can get. Yeah, it's a small community in general, because we're inviting a bunch of friends, but it's not that I don't think daunting to get in. And hopefully, if I'm correct about all the people we've chosen to play this show, we're all pretty inclusive.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, that's one of the reasons I like all these people. It's like we're open-minded and ready to hang and make new friends. And it's easy when you're at a place like that where there's a lot of common interest usually.
And I mean, if you're going to go away to camp, that's like the thing. It's like, I made a friend.
I mean,
went to
that's the
sleepaway
point of it.
camp.
Yeah. It's absolutely part of the rush of it.
Yeah. Any favorite memories from last year's fest?
Yeah. There's a great one. Graham Hunt, who is a former Milwaukee musician, now Madison guy. He played last year and closed out the evening, but we got like late in the evening thunderstorm that everyone like tucked into this tiny little pavilion, which we have a better backup plan this year. But it was like this awesome, yes, there's this awesome moment of like an hour of us waiting for the rain to pass. And we're all packed into this little building and like we're all soaking wet and like being goofy. And then finally the rain passes and Graham plays a like kind of an incredible, memorable set. Like it was windy and beautiful and like one of those things you kind of had to be there, but weather was a part of it in a weird way. Like, I don't know, the rain kind of made things better in a strange way. I'm sure people left and people were uncomfortable, but at the same time, that's like, when I talk to people about it, that's what they remember is that waiting period and then an incredible set like that people were very ready for, but he delivered and it was super fun.
That's huge. That is huge. And it's funny, the only time I went to Eau Claire's Fest, which was just the first year, there was a major thunderstorm overnight. Yeah. I was kind of lucky, that I was not camping. But then everyone else who was camping had these crazy stories about the tent almost knocked over. It seemed like they had as much fun, as me safe indoors. And it's also those are the kind of things that bring us together. But you said you have a backup plan for sort of rain out situation, or not rain out, but rain.
Yeah, if there is rain, we've got like a covered shelter for the performances that is safe for the musicians and people watching. Sadly, if it rains, camping, you're going to have to decide to either camp in the rain or not. But yeah, the show will go on. And we'll be able to still do it.
Hardy. We're hardy people,
Yeah, and it's June in Wisconsin. It rains sometimes.
Yeah, it's part of the beauty. And so I'm so stoked that you started this, and it seems like such an offering to our area. It sounds beautiful. If I could hand you my crystal ball here, where do you want this festival to go? Like, say in 5 years, is this the last one, or is there a future here you're hoping for?
There's a future, and I don't know how, like, it's not super ambitious because the goal of it is to bring friends together. So the ambition is to like continue to bring friends together and like, ideally, like we're not going to start bringing like bad bands or whatever. Like there's a lot of like artistry in deciding who we want to bring. And next year, there's already people we're discussing on having, and we'll continue going. There's not like hey, we're ending this time or we're going until this time, but like we'll just kind of keep doing it and push and keep making friends and keep having new bands. And this is actually, Curfews is a great example. We don't really know them that well, but they reached out to play the festival, and other bands have too that are good, but they really stood out to like our personal taste, which is semi-arbitrary, but like it's our festival. But like we get to curate it, and this is a really cool band that we're really excited, even though like maybe not everyone knows them yet. Like they're still a really cool band, and it's a new way to make friends in more than just like a friendship way, but like an artistry and collaboration way.
Well, Joe, I'm so thrilled for you, and I'm thrilled for everyone that we have this opportunity to come join y'all. It sounds like it's going to be a friggin' blast. Yeah. Thank you so much for telling us about Dirt Camp 2024.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. And if you want info on it, the best way to look is Instagram.com/DirtCampFest.
That's Joe Copeland, co-founder and organizer of Dirt Camp. Dirt Camp Music Festival is this Saturday, June 15th into Sunday, June 16th. If you want to learn more or get tickets, head to our show notes for a link. That's all for today here on CityCast Madison. I'm Bianca Martin. If you enjoyed the show, why not share this episode with your festival-going friend? All right, we'll be back tomorrow morning with more stories from around the city. Ciao.